The idea of the chosen one is a potent and frequently occurring motif in mythology, literature, and film. Usually walking a solitary path, this mythical hero is destined to either save the world or fulfill an old prophecy. They often live in extreme isolation, bearing a special weight that others cannot completely understand, even when surrounded by supporters or cheering crowds. Today, we're diving into the fascinating realm of the chosen ones and the reasons behind their constant single status, devoid of friendships or partnerships. These heroes, who are usually shown as individuals detached from society, carry a great deal of accountability. Even their closest friends are cut off from them by an unseen wall that their destiny has created. They feel psychologically and emotionally alone because they realize they have a significant influence on the future of their environment, in addition to the physical isolation they experience. Why do we portray the selected ones as loners so often? Themes of destiny, burden, and sacrifice are what matter in the end. The choices made for these characters have a reason, and great power is accompanied by great loneliness. Even when they have family or loved ones, they still need to make difficult choices and carry the burden of their obligations alone. We'll look at the 7 reasons why the chosen ones frequently live alone and don't have strong relationships in this video. Many of the chosen ones steer clear of friendships and love relationships because of their brilliant inner light. Even if they don't know them directly, their brightness often makes others uncomfortable, causing others to feel their energy and naturally withdraw themselves. Relationships become more difficult as a result of this strong presence, which draws attention. People and all other living things are susceptible to vibrations and frequencies. A frequency that is released changes the environment around it. It's possible that people willfully perceive this as a threat. As your vibrational frequency increases, you begin to see the world in a completely different perspective. You become less tolerant of stupidity and more astute. You are aware of how important your peace is. You should sever ties with persons in your life who disturb your peace of mind, whether they're close friends, family, or other acquaintances. You become more selective about who you allow into your inner circle. Your inner circle may get smaller, but those who genuinely value you will always be there. You will only be in the company of spiritually uplifting people during this purification process. Some people are strong and powerful, but they live by themselves. You become powerful when you rise above the norms of this world, but you also become isolated. For many people, this method is useless due to their higher frequencies. That's why it's imperative to take a high-level evaluative position. Nothing can avoid being illuminated. Discover how you can use these 7 reasons to advance your self-discovery and spiritual development by reading on. Resolve feelings of loneliness by surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals who will help you grow personally. To begin with, the selected ones often wind up alone or single since too much social interaction depletes their energy. Because of your special and potent energy as a chosen one, people are drawn to you. However, not everyone has the same vibe as you. This energy imbalance can leave you feeling totally exhausted. It's possible that someone close to you, a friend, partner, or family member, unconsciously absorbs the good energy you give off. They are drawn to your enthusiasm and upbeat vibes, but they might not always return the favor, which could lead to an unhealthy relationship. It is exhausting to be unable to maintain deep connections because of this constant energy drain. Finding someone who can appreciate your brightness and balance their own energy offerings could be quite the challenge. Having a mate who is on the same frequency as you is essential for the chosen ones. This partner should be able to assist you emotionally and spiritually without drawing negative energy from you. Many of the chosen ones would much rather be alone than be in a destructive relationship since they are constantly looking for a compromise. You need a companion who can both take in and give back your light in order for the cosmos to welcome you. Many chosen ones find themselves alone because this kind of companion is uncommon. The only people who can genuinely accompany them in a peaceful and balanced way are those who wait patiently. It is imperative that you focus on your personal and spiritual development throughout this waiting period, so that you will be prepared to attract the proper person when the time comes. 2. A large number of the chosen ones wind up alone because relatively few individuals are able to truly assist them. The chosen ones possess an emotional and spiritual profundity that most people find incomprehensible. You have the ability to help and inspire people by giving them guidance, inspiration, and hope for the future. Nevertheless, when you get real help, things are very different. You frequently look to yourself for the strength and motivation you need because not many people can provide you the same empathy and support that those who have been chosen can. This can make the journey seem extremely lonely, even when things are going well and people are taking an interest in your talents. Even when you are surrounded by a lot of people, you may still feel alone since most people are not equipped to handle the deep spiritual and emotional needs you are facing. Even if it could be challenging, there is an opportunity for growth and learning. The chosen ones can get the kind of help and direction they need by connecting with other enlightened people and depending on their own inner strength. For your spiritual and physical well-being, this type of relationship is essential, even though it could take some time to establish. Many would rather live alone until they meet somebody who can actually help them for this reason. The need for inner healing is the third reason why chosen persons frequently find themselves alone or unmarried. For those who are selected, carrying serious wounds is a common experience. Unresolved traumas and incidents from one's past, especially those encountered throughout childhood, are frequently the cause of these wounds. These wounds can create emotional barriers, which makes it challenging to form deep, meaningful connections after experiencing them. During times of spiritual ascension and transformation, the planet's energy often calls upon the chosen ones to face and heal these old wounds. You can encounter flashbacks to your early years or relive terrible events that you need to let go of throughout this process. This release is a vital step in your spiritual development, but it can be a lonely and challenging one. A subset of the chosen one's community absorbs the energy of individuals around them due to their high level of sensitivity. You need a quiet, distraction-free environment to recuperate from your heightened sensitivity. When people are alone themselves, they can think back on their lives, discover more about who they are, and confront their concerns and gain understanding to overcome their flaws. Many say they experience loneliness as they heal. Since every person's road to recovery is different, no one else can ever fully understand the scope and complexity of their journey. Even while it will only last a short while, this time apart will help you build longer-lasting, more harmonious connections. Resolving your heartbreak strengthens you and helps you connect with your true self, which attracts like-minded individuals. As a result, a lot of people find themselves by themselves throughout this period of change, since inner mending is both necessary and unavoidable. The fact that the kind of relationship that the chosen ones require takes time to materialize is the fourth reason that a lot of people wind up alone or single. Because of their high energy and vibration, one needs to be on the same frequency as the chosen one in order to have a peaceful connection. For the chosen people, sublime partnerships are unthinkable. The same holds true for people whose emotional and spiritual depths are very different from your own. Finding someone who truly connects with a chosen one takes patience. Meeting your soulmate, someone who shares your consciousness and can offer the required emotional, spiritual, and energy support, will happen when the stars align. It is crucial to search for profound connection, yet this is also what makes waiting so challenging. Our own growth should take precedence while we wait. we can develop our hobbies, become closer to the divine, and learn more about ourselves. In order for the chosen ones to be prepared for a happy and healthy relationship later on, they need to spend this time apart. In your rush to meet your soulmate, you can end up settling for partnerships that don't align with your values and aspirations. And in the meantime, the universe shapes and gets ready your ideal partner. Both sides need to be organized and on the same page in order to meet and establish a real connection. When you do eventually come together, it is essential that everyone goes through this mutual preparation process to make sure they are truly ready to assist one another and develop as a team. The chosen ones must therefore exercise patience and come to terms with this waiting period. To discover a soulmate, you have to believe that the universe is on your side and that everything is coming into place. Because they are waiting for the ideal soulmate who vibrates at the same frequency, many chosen ones wind up alone. But your belief dictates that this will happen. Thus, have patience, rejoice, and express gratitude that your true love is on the way. The deep emotional wounds from their past experiences are the fifth factor contributing to the chosen one's propensity for being unmarried. One's severe emotional wounds from previous years are the reason they are unmarried. It takes time for the scars left by these physical and emotional wounds to heal. Those who have been chosen may become cynical toward people and their relationships after going through trauma. Numerous things, such as unhealthy relationships, unpleasant interactions with family or friends, or just simple bad luck, can leave these scars. You're more sensitive to these experiences because of your increased empathy and sensitivity. Because you have clung to these scars for so long, you can find it difficult to let people in and trust them. Defensive tendencies can also be influenced by prior injuries. Building barriers around your heart is a common subconscious defensive tactic. While these precautions make sense, they impede the emergence of fresh, meaningful connections. An inability to fully commit owing to prior hurts may result in protracted periods of loneliness. Because the process is so intricate, healing from these wounds typically takes a very long period. We must dedicate ourselves to self-awareness and acceptance if we are to know ourselves and move past past injuries. This process can be aided by psychotherapy, meditation, spiritual activities, and above all, an introspective analysis of our own experiences. Having yourself to yourself during this healing process might have benefits and drawbacks. You can face your pain in solitude since you are cut off from everyone else. However, with little outside assistance, it may be a period of great uncertainty and introspection. We must follow this healing journey in order to reintegrate into society and build wholesome relationships. Resolving past injuries is crucial to finding a partner who can genuinely understand and value your deep emotions. You won't be ready to commit to a life partner who truly knows you until you have gone through full recovery. Many of us who are chosen ones will experience solitude because it is a prerequisite for something greater. The universe has a wonderful plan for your life when it chooses you, and sometimes that plan calls for some alone time to be ready. These private moments are shaping and honing you to fulfill a big and important destiny. These periods of solitude are scheduled, not random. The world works to strengthen your connection to the divine, hone your skills, and increase your fortitude during these times. You can focus on your own spiritual and personal growth without having a relationship get in the way. Now is the time to find out what makes you who you are, what you enjoy, and how your faith can support you. In addition, spending time with yourself fosters self-awareness and helps you discover your mission in life. For you to carry out your chosen function fully and effectively, this alignment is essential. The continual presence of other individuals in your life may obstruct your current understanding of your journey and purpose. You need to be both physically and psychologically prepared to start the next chapter of your life as part of this preparation. The universe is getting ready, one person at a time. Remember the people who are going to accompany you on your future travels. Friends, allies, and even possible love partners are undergoing periods of personal development as well. The meeting will happen at the appointed hour, and everyone will be prepared to provide each other with genuine support. Your emotional independence will be put to the test and strengthened by solitude. Learning to be complete and content on your own is the first step in developing self-love and self-confidence. It is essential for any future partnerships that you are able to rely on the other person to validate your existence and enjoyment. Instead, you'll enter into any subsequent relationships ready to share your life with the other person and as a well-rounded and healthy version of yourself. A lot of individuals are unable to comprehend or acknowledge the depth of the chosen person's spirit. This takes us to our 7th point. The chosen ones do not fear being alone themselves. The selected have a deep comprehension of the cosmos and life itself. For someone who isn't yet at this level of consciousness, that could be frightening. You see beyond what is immediately apparent because of a deep awareness. You are able to perceive the energies surrounding you and discern the underlying intentions. When you are able to look past people's facades, you might make them feel exposed and vulnerable. Many would prefer to stay in the shadows and stay away from this kind of transparency than face their own realities. Moreover, those who are picked look for meaningful connections. Their emotional and spiritual needs are not met by useless speech and superficial connections. They want real relationships in which they can be themselves. However, a lot of people would prefer not to go below such depths and stay at the surface where they feel the safest. Additionally, their presence could be too much for those who are not accustomed to such high levels of energy. Some people who have a strong commitment to justice and truth may feel inadequate or uncomfortable about it. A natural separation may occur because people are instinctively leery of things they do not completely understand or have control over. This deep spirituality is a benefit as well as a challenge. Many now understand that being alone is not a sign of weakness, but rather a divinely appointed route to greater things. Being selected is an indication that you are being shaped, that your spirit is being in harmony with the lofty task that you are supposed to accomplish, and that your soul is being fortified. Along this path, self-awareness, healing, and patience are essential. Being by yourself does not imply that you are lagging behind. You'll get the chance to rediscover who you are on the solitary journey, which will prepare you for relationships and love that resonate with your spirit. Recognize that loneliness is a passing emotion. It's only a stage of development meant to help you reach your highest level of consciousness and to provide you the much-needed space for everything to come into harmony with your divine destiny. To help get the word out, share your agreement in the comments section and click the like button. With your help, the movie will rank higher in the algorithm and strengthen our community of chosen souls, strengthening our bond and bringing us closer to our goal.